Konnichiwa, Japan fans. Today's show, let's talk about being convincing. Eigo desu. それでは行きましょう. So let's get going. This is the 8th year of the Sales Japan series podcast, broadcasting around the world from the Beverly Hills of Japan, Minatoku, here in downtown Tokyo. It is chic central. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Tokyo franchise owner, the president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and the 3-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, which is Zaegyo in Japanese, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery, or in Japanese, Anatomo Presen no Tachizen. Plus, Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de Okane o Mudni Suru wa Yamimashou. And all are available on Amazon. In this podcast, I want to help you to survive and even better, thrive in business. I want you to 1, sell more and do it more easily. 2, exceed your target. In fact, let's blow up your targets. Number 3, make some serious money. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We're not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn. Unlike many other hosting organizations, Libsyn have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on Apple Podcasts. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show podcast. Tuesday, the Presentations Japan series. And every second Tuesday, the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series. And every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcast Show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show podcast. Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. This is episode number 383. And today we're talking about being convincing in front of the buyer in Japan. Blarney, snake oil, silver-tongued. The list goes on to describe salespeople convincing buyers to buy. Now, buyers know this and are always guarded because they don't want to be duped and make a bad decision. I'm sure we've all been conned by a salesperson at some point in time in matters great and small. Regardless, we don't like it. We feel we've been made fools of and have acted unintelligently. Our professional value has been impugned. Our feelings of self-importance diminished. We feel like a mug. This is what we are facing every time we start to explain the buyer why they should buy our widget. We're facing a sheer, vertiginous rock wall of climbing difficulty. The cure for all of this caution, disbelief, doubt, and fear is honesty. I talk about understanding our kokorogamae, or true intention in sales. Are we here, sitting in front of the buyer to make a bigger bonus, higher commissions, keep our job, or there to help them succeed in their business? If our true intention is anything other than try and help the buyer do better in their business, then we are never going to be able to continuously scale that rock face of difficulty. Yes, we might get one deal done because we are silver-tongued sales monsters who can snow the buyer. The object for the vast majority of us is never a sale, but always the reorder. Yes, there are some smash and grab businesses where they grab the loot and never see the buyer again. I know one salesman here in Tokyo who told me when he was selling meat in the US, he always had to find a new town with new suckers to sell to because once the buyer received the meat, the quality was poor and he could never go back. The difference between us is that I would never have taken that job because it offends my fundamental values and professionalism as a salesperson. I don't want to be that guy who has to run away from the buyers and be afraid to meet them again. I can honestly say that I've never sold anything to anyone that would cause me to be ashamed or fear meeting the buyer again. That is the sales life I want for myself, not one where you're forced to live in the shadows and fear being outed as a crook. I can say that after he told me that story, I lost all trust in him and would never buy anything from him. His basic human values are doubtful to me, and I don't want to spend my time with people like that. Find out more when we come back from the break. Our show today is brought to you by our public courses, and we also have custom in-house programs as well as both in Japanese and English. We do classes in our super safe classroom and we do them live online. Our show today is being brought to you by, on the 9th of May, our Dale Carnegie course. On the 5th of June, we'll also be doing the Dale Carnegie course. This time will be the 12-week version. And on the 6th of June, we're doing our leadership training for managers program 3-day version. Go to our website at japan-dalecarnegie.co.jp. That's Japan, Japan, hyphen, Dale, D-A-L-E, Carnegie, CARNEGIE.co.jp. Get my best-selling books. Japan Sales Mastery, which in Japanese is Zaegyo. This is the Bible for selling in Japan. Japan Business Mastery, Japan Presentations Mastery, which is Anata mo present no tatsujin in translation. Plus, Stop Wasting Money on Training, which in Japanese is Training de Okane o Muni Sunu wa Yamimashou. And all available from Amazon. If you like learning by watching videos, we have over 2,300 there for you at Tokyo, Japan, Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, the premier business show in Japan, every Monday, Tokyo time. Fridays, we have the Japan Business Mastery Show. And on Saturdays, we release Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders from SMEs all the way up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Every second Thursday, we release the Business Productivity Show. You can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. That's Greg, G-R-E-G, .story, S-T-O-R-Y, @dalecarnegie.com. Welcome back. Realistically, though, there are cases like this, and for most of us in sales, we are looking for an ongoing relationship with the buyer. We want to build the trust and get the repeat business forever. If we have the best interests of the buyer firmly at the front of our mind, we are fearless. We can walk into any networking event full of strangers and meet new people without trepidation and search for new buyers. We can walk into that first meeting safe in the knowledge that we know what we are doing. We understand in that first meeting we are there to find out what they need and make a judgment as to whether we have it or not. If we don't, then we don't waste their time or ours, and we move on to find a buyer we can help. I liken this to if you were a researcher who found the cure for cancer. You would be fearless to bring this to the attention of the buyers. There would be no hesitation, and you would try to find as many people as possible to help. For an introvert like me, walking into a crowded hall full of business people is overwhelming. Walking up to total strangers, introducing yourself is not the norm in Japan. I have to overcome my fear of this moment to find who are my potential buyers in the room. It is never easy for me, and most people who meet me assume I must be an extrovert. Not true, but I am in sales, so I have to become more extrovert in public. One of my sales heroes is Zig Ziglar, and he put it beautifully. You can get everything you want in this life if you help enough other people get what they want. That is the true sales mantra, and the one I follow religiously. It steels me against my introversion, my fears of the strange looks I get when networking, the rejections, and all the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune which come as part of this sales life. If we have the buyer's interest firmly in the front of our minds, we will find the right words, the proper explanations, be able to answer the difficult questions fluently, and in general, exude a vibe of total confidence, which the buyer picks up on. They are not just reading our words. They are searching for a holistic answer to this question. Can I trust this person? The only answer can be yes. If our kokorogamae is correct, then that is the answer they will feel and receive. Thank you for joining the Sales Japan series. If you found the program useful, then please work on your karma and share this with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Immediately apply what you've learnt. Go out there and survive. Use it and make some serious money. Bucks, dough, ruler, coin, dosh, lolly, readies, smackers, earners, and bread and honey. Remember, I'm in your corner, your go-to guy for soft skills training in Tokyo, committed to your success here in Nippon.